What artist are you going to be singing?
Celine Dion.
That was amazing. That's why I love doing this show.
Did you know that a 9-year-old from Hong Kong once stunned Simon Cowell into silence, earned a golden buzzer, met her idol, Celine Dion, face-to-face, and then vanished from mainstream headlines, only to come back stronger than ever? That girl is Celine Tam, and her real story, after America's Got Talent, is even more dramatic than the show itself. From the moment Celine opened her eyes on November 22, 2007, music was the family's heartbeat. Her father, Dr. Steve Tam, a vocal coach who kept CDs stacked higher than the television, started humming scales to her before she could walk. By 3, Celine was matching pitches. By 5, she was belting Disney ballads down apartment hallways, drawing neighbors to their balconies like birds to sunrise. It wasn't child's play, it was raw, uncanny control that made adults double-check the speakers for hidden playback. The first big spotlight hit in 2014 when 7-year-old Celine stepped onto the Chinese talent show Let's Sing Kids. Under blazing studio lights, she gripped a microphone nearly as tall as she was and delivered, "You Raise Me Up." Her voice soared, vibrato steady, eyes closed as though conjuring a private universe. Judges gasped, parents teared up, and viewers at home rewound their DVRs to prove the performance was live. Overnight, Celine Tam became a household name across China and Hong Kong. Fame, though, is a tricky melody. One wrong note and the song collapses. While other 7-year-olds memorized multiplication tables, Celine memorized set lists, shuttling between school and vocal drills, squeezing homework between rehearsals. Yet, she never looked tired on stage. When NBC's Little Big Shots spotted her viral clips, they paired her with Canadian wunderkind Jeffrey Lee. Their 2016 duet racked up millions of views, proving Celine's charm wasn't confined to Asian screens. Momentum became a tidal wave. In spring 2017, America's Got Talent scouts called. 9-year-old Celine boarded a 16-hour flight to Los Angeles, clutching a stuffed unicorn and a dream the size of the Pacific. Backstage, she rehearsed "My Heart Will Go On," the anthem made legendary by her idol, Celine Dion. Simon Cowell raised an eyebrow. Another kid singing Celine? But the first note floated out like crystal. By the chorus, the theater was standing. Even Simon's grin slipped into something bordering on awe. The quarterfinals upped the ante. Celine chose Michael Bolton's "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You," a beast for adult vocal cords, let alone a preteens. She nailed the key change, poured emotion into every syllable, and left guest judge Laverne Cox smashing the golden buzzer. Golden confetti drifted into Celine's hair like tiny crowns. Social media exploded. Hashtags trended across continents. She didn't win the season, but she didn't have to. The AGT stage had launched her into orbit. Orbit, however, can feel lonely. The cameras pack up, the crowd goes home, and overnight sensations face the real work, sustaining momentum. For Celine, that meant charity galas in Singapore, New Year's concerts in Germany, talk show couches from Manila to Milwaukee. Invitations brought ovations, but also endless airports and time zones. Childhood threatened to dissolve into flight itineraries. Then, an email with a Caesars Palace header. Celine Dion herself was inviting young Celine to Las Vegas. The Tam family flew out, adrenaline crackling. Backstage, the two Celines embraced. Dion bent down and whispered, "Never sing to impress, sing to express." That single sentence became Celine Tam's North Star. Yet, even North Stars can be obscured by gossip. Blogs began whispering that Dr. Tam was steering his daughter's career to boost his own ambitions. Headlines hinted at stage dad syndrome, painting him as a puppeteer. Celine, barely 10, watched strangers dissect her family online. The pressure could have cracked granite. Instead, father and daughter confronted rumors head-on. Dr. Tam gave a heartfelt interview explaining that guiding his daughter was an act of love, not opportunism. He stepped out of the spotlight, letting professional management steer bookings. The tabloids moved on, but the episode left a scar, a reminder that fame is fragile glass. Celine redirected the narrative through music. In 2018, she wowed the Ellen DeGeneres show with "How Far I'll Go." Ellen called her a voice that could shake mountains, and the clip shot across Twitter. Shortly afterward, Celine released her first original single, "Who Do You Think You Are?" showcasing nuanced riffs and teenage introspection. School life balanced the scales. Celine attended a local Hong Kong secondary school rather than homeschooling. She joined debate club, played volleyball, and led the choir because how could she not? Between exams and recording sessions, she learned that GPA can matter as much as BPM. The pandemic of 2020 shuttered stages worldwide. Celine turned her bedroom into a studio, propping an iPhone against textbooks to live stream acoustic covers. Viewers stuck at home found solace in her warmth. Donations from those streams funded PPE for Hong Kong hospitals. She began writing an EP titled Phoenix Rising, songs about loss, hope, and rebirth, layering her own harmonies like footprints in fresh snow. By 2022, Phoenix Rising cracked Spotify's global viral top 50 and debuted top 10 in Hong Kong. Critics compared her growth to Billie Eilish, another teen who transformed bedroom demos into cultural anthems. International magazines requested interviews, marveling at a 16-year-old who spoke about mental health, philanthropy, and the physics of vocal resonance with equal ease. Live venues reopened, and Celine embarked on the Firebird Mini Tour, 6 Asian cities capped by a sold-out homecoming at Hong Kong Coliseum. Mid-set, she paused, thanking fans for sticking with her since the AGT days. She debuted a new song, Paper Planes, about sending dreams across oceans. The crowd sang the chorus back before the second verse, but every interviewer asked the same question: what about Hollywood? In 2023, Celine signed with a Los Angeles agency known for launching crossover Asian artists. She split semesters between Hong Kong and California, driver's licenses, In-N-Out burgers, songwriting sessions that ran past midnight. West Coast sunsets reminded her of Vegas confetti, nudging her forward. She teamed with American producers on a bilingual single, Echoes in the Sky, blending Cantonese verses with an English hook. Shot in the Mojave Desert, the video juxtaposed silk cheongsams against sandstone cliffs. Dropped on Lunar New Year 2024, it logged 50 million views in a month and landed Celine on Billboard's 21 Under 21 list. Western audiences realized the AGT prodigy hadn't vanished, she'd evolved. Despite success, imposter syndrome stalked her late-night thoughts. Therapy taught her to separate public perception from personal worth. She meditated before shows, breathing through the stage fright that never fully left. That same year, she visited Juilliard for a masterclass. Professors praised her mix register, but urged subtler dynamics. A Broadway trip to Hamilton sparked a new ambition: musical theater. She began belting style coaching, dreaming of originating a West End role. Philanthropy stayed central. Partnering with the UNICEF's Voices of Youth, she hosted virtual workshops for disadvantaged kids, telling them, your accent, your background, none of it limits your voice. Sing your name into the world. Merchline Proceeds funded scholarships, echoing opportunities her own family had scraped to provide. Every milestone circled back to family. Dr. Tam now focused on his vocal academy, training the next generation while keeping distance from Celine's business decisions. Mrs. Tam managed logistics, tickets, homework packets, herbal soups for sore throats. Younger sister Dion picked up ukulele, turning backstage corridors into jam sessions. As 25 dawned, Celine released 18, a piano ballad reflecting on childhood photos, airport goodbyes, and applause fading into hotel silence. The bridge crescendos with a promise. I'm not the girl you met at 9, I'm the voice of my own design. Fans streamed it 10 million times in week 1. Industry insiders speculate about a debut album and possible world tour. Agents debate arenas versus theaters. Marketers propose brand deals, platforms court exclusives. Yet, Celine pauses, remembering Dion's wisdom. Sing to express, not impress. Returning to Hong Kong's harbor at dusk, she lets city lights shimmer on the water and hums melodies only the waves can hear. Because beyond numbers, beyond plaques and press coverage, her journey is a testament to resilience. A child star who didn't burn out but burned brighter, who faced rumors, pandemics, and soaring expectations, yet still found joy in every note. The digital realm became her rehearsal hall, and she treated every platform like a new instrument. TikTok's 60-second hooks, Instagram's backstage reels, YouTube's 40-minute studio diaries revealing cracked notes and triumphant takes. Fans watched the grind behind the glitter, admiring discipline as much as talent. Yet, experimentation brought new hurdles. Some longtime supporters missed the powerhouse ballads and accused her of chasing trends. During an IG Live, she likened artistic evolution to seasons. Spring blossoms feel different from autumn leaves, but the tree's roots stay the same. Skepticism melted, support resurged. Mentorship became another cornerstone. Remembering how guidance shaped her own path, Celine launched Starseed Series, monthly Zoom workshops for 8 14-year-old vocalists. She critiqued submissions, demonstrated diaphragm drills, preached hydration, and reminded kids that technique outlasts viral fame. She even built a Discord community where budding artists exchange drafts, tackle monthly challenges, and celebrate milestones across every time zone, fostering a constellation of creative friendships. Meanwhile, gossip about Dr. Tam resurfaced in 2022. Celine penned an open letter recalling her dad carrying amplifiers through rain, brewing honey lemon tea at 4 a.m., and declining interviews spotlighting him. "I am my father's song," she wrote, "but I am also my own composer." Media outlets issued corrections and the rumor faded. Creative highs followed clarity. Winter 2023 saw her documentary Voice Unbound premiere at Busan International Film Festival, cameras trailing her from temple rooftops to neon-lit street markets where she busked incognito. It won Best New Documentary and secured global streaming rights. One cannot overlook the physical toll of such a schedule. Vocal fatigue struck during the Firebird Tour's Manila stop, forcing her to cut the set short for the first time. Doctors prescribed vocal rest and silent days, a nightmare for someone whose life revolves around sound. She turned the setback into ASMR-style quiet vlogs that paradoxically went viral, reminding audiences that even silence can sing. Now, deeper into 2025, Celine is crafting a debut concept album titled Origins. Each track traces a chapter: childhood hallways, TV studios, pandemic bedrooms, desert highways, blending orchestral strings, Cantonese opera motifs, and hyperpop glitches. Recording spans 3 continents because the story of a global citizen deserves a global canvas. To finalize the record, she's rented a hillside bungalow in LA's Silver Lake district, transforming the living room into a late-night laboratory of sound. Producers weave analog synths around erhu flourishes, while Celine layers choir-style harmonies on a vintage Neumann microphone. Between takes, she scribbles lyric tweaks onto steamed-up window panes, letting sunrise decide which lines survive. When the mixes lock, she'll launch Listening Lanterns, an interactive live stream where fans worldwide receive an AR filter that projects glowing origami phoenixes around their rooms, each synchronized to the opening note of the album. Tech partners promise real-time language subtitles so global chat can flow without borders, and NASA even agreed to beam a 30-second snippet to the International Space Station, ensuring her voice literally circles the Earth. Industry analysts whisper about Grammy potential, but awards are footnotes. The vocalist at the mic is finally the author of her own legend, pen poised, lungs ready. So, what do you think of Celine Tam's extraordinary journey from viral child prodigy to boundary-breaking young artist? Drop your thoughts below, share this video with every music lover you know, and let's spark a worldwide conversation about chasing dreams and rewriting expectations. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe bell so you never miss our stories. Thanks for watching. Until next time, until